We'll get started with the readings momentarily. First, I'd like to just say welcome to everyone. Those of you that are joining, obviously live through Google Meet, I'm very happy to present today with you the newest issue of Conchas y Café Zine. For anyone that is new to the program or who is watching this after the fact on YouTube, Conchas y Café is actually part of a larger program where we provide bilingual community writing workshops that span approximately 12 weeks. Currently, because of COVID, they are happening virtually, but in the past, we've offered them in partnership with libraries in both South Central LA and also East LA. Today, we're here obviously celebrating the release of Caring for the World, which is Conchas y Café Zine's Volume 7, Issue Number 2. This particular issue is themed around the concept of caregiving, and to obviously show it off to the world, here we have the cover. This is obviously the front cover and the back cover together. Those of you that did contribute will be receiving your physical copies in the mail, if not before the end of next week, probably sometime around the following week. As a special note, we'll actually have this particular zine available at the LA Times Festival of Books, which is coming up on April 23rd and April 24th. That's the next weekend, a week from today. So you can even stop by our booth at the LA Times Festival of Books to pick up your copy. But check it out. This is what was produced with everyone's work who contributed through our zine workshops. So congratulations, everyone. In the end, it ends up being a total of approximately 138 pages, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 138, obviously including the cover images. That would be 139, but we have a lot of amazing poets and writers who are joining this particular series and contributing to this specific issue. So congratulations to all of you for joining in. Now, as far as the reading for today goes, like I said before, we're going to be going off of those of you that want to read in the order in which you put your name in the chat. So feel free to start dropping your name in the chat now, and we'll get started that way. For anyone that is curious about the Conchas y Café Zine workshops, I actually invite you to check out our website. Our website is DSTLARTS.org. As you can see here, this is the home page. If you go to our programs tab, you'll find out about all the different programs that we offer, including Conchas y Café Zine. When you click on Conchas y Café Zine, you'll get a quick rundown of what's happening. This is the most recent issue that was just developed through our workshop series, and the new series actually starts on Tuesday. You can sign up now using Google Classroom. You have to use this class code as you see here on your screen, ZTPWKPE, to join. You are able to join now through Google Classroom. And of course, you can always subscribe to our YouTube channel to see other past recordings of our lessons. And last but not least, if you do want to pick up extra copies of the zines that we've produced in the past, you can click on Shop Now or Shop, and you'll be able to visit our web store. These are some of our most recent issues here. This is an oldie but goodie from Volume 3, issue number 4, Cuadros de Costumbres, but the most recent one would be this one right here, Alimento Sagrado, which was issue number 1 of Volume 7. Plus we have a whole bunch of other books, comic books, zines, and things that we have produced in the past. So, and I believe that brings us now to the reading portion, the part that everybody really enjoys the most. And to kick off the reading, I present to you none other than Miss Lois Jackson King.
My reading is entitled Pain, Compassion, and Joy. Thanks to Sister Luz. At first, I thought it was going to be more pleasant and a delight. It gave me a sense of worth and great purpose in this medical fight. I understand life has moments of many ups and downs. Through it all, I was determined to wear no frowns. With strong amount of compassion, I will meet the challenges. There were times when I thought, should I stay or should I go? The truth is, many times my inner person was full of fear, nightmares that raffled my mind and jabbed as a spear. The sickness, the condition of many patients gave me no ease. I feel their pain and their hurt. It's like the virus attacking as it pleased. Some are gone physically home, and the rest spiritually at rest. I'm giving it my all in all, but yet I don't feel it's enough. I acknowledge that all life do indeed matter. I acknowledge that all life indeed is precious. I am their strength in the time of their weakness. All my work comes from a place of love, inspired to do my best. I show no favoritism. I try to make every patient feel special, rendering care both spiritually and medically. I feel great. I have joy because I am able to provide care that is needed. I smile as I give my service of care. I glow when I speak of my career. Purity in uniform, everything was all white. Precious is the hands from God giving care without a fight.
If we had the ability to hear the claps, you would hear a resounding roar of claps. Thank you, Miss Lois.
Thanks, Miss Lewis.
Louis, can I go next?
We're going in order
Can I go
of the
next?
Elena, we're going in order of the chat. So up next, we actually have Tina, and then you'll go next, Elena, after Tina. Elena, if you can hear me, we're going with Tina first. You're after Tina. Okay?
See? Look. Abraham. Okay.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
All right. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Tina Fallon.
Thank you so much. I'm going to read what is called the Cackling Crow. Page 81? I think it's page 81.
Page 81.
Okay. I have a cackling crow. She is my familiar, but no one can see her, only hear her. I have a cackling crow. She's somewhat of a joker, a common manipulator, but mostly instigator. I have a cackling crow. All she wants to know is to make the tension grow. She fancies a horror show. I have a cackling crow. She likes to be seen, always high on caffeine. For us, no in between. I have a cackling crow. She loves to sing and mock, enjoys her own squawk, never lets you talk. I have a cackling crow, guilty of comediization, accessory to personification, a murderous association. Thank you.
And there we have, yes. And there we have an illustration.
Art by James Fallon.
Yeah. All right.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you, Tina. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Tina Fallon. And up next now, we will have someone joining us from outside of the group, but you're more than welcome to obviously read today. You get 3 minutes, Elena. Okay?
Louis, can I go
Yes, you can go next, Elena.
Okay, this book I'm gonna read is called Winds of Fire, and I'm gonna start with chapter 7.
Okay, we're gonna take a photo now.
I hate this tsunami called Sophie. I hate this a lot. She beat her wings against the chains that trapped her. I don't love it either, said Zoe's voice. Shh, Starlight scolded from the riverbank. Clay stood in the shadows, shivering as the icy water washed over his talons. He wished he could take with him underwater. He wished he knew what he was getting into. He really, really wished he didn't have to go alone. But he had to do this. He glanced at the corner of the cave where Zoe had disappeared. Are we sure this is the only way? Sunny asked, splashing the river with her tail. I bet I could think of some more ideas with a little more time.
Alina, let's go. We're taking pictures.
I'm sorry, guys. I gotta go, and I'm gonna come back later. Sorry.
Okay, thank you for sharing, Elena. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Elena Abravanel, I believe that's how you pronounce her last name. Yeah, so some snaps there, I hear. And just as a little FYI, Elena was actually part of our Journal of My Life workshop series, which was presented in partnership with the Los Angeles Public Library's Adult Services Program. And the Journal of My Life book, for those that are curious, was about developing creative nonfiction. And that particular book is actually being celebrated on April 30th at the LA Public Library's Central Library. So more information will come out about that in the upcoming week for those that would like to potentially join, at least in the Zoom celebration. So yeah, thank you. Now up next, according to our chat list, that would be El Señor Soul on Fire, Mauricio Moreno.
This poem is entitled Have You Seen My Dad? And on the zine, it's page 62.
All right.
Have you seen my dad? Do you know if he'll be back to tuck me in at night? If he'll be there at dawn to welcome me into the day? It's hard to see because I don't have his eyes. I can't tell if the lights welcome me or demand I show my hands. It's hard to hear because I don't have his ears. I can't tell if the sounds and the bangs are fireworks or bullets, whether I should look up or duck down. It's hard to think because I don't have his mind. I can't tell if I should speak or run, whether my tongue will save my life or take it away. It's hard to feel because I don't have his hands. Can't tell if, when I reach out, I'll feel a warm embrace or iron bars. It's hard to walk because he's not here to guide me. Where is my North Star? If I find it on my own, will it lead me out of the South Side?
Louis, I'm back now.
It's hard to stay quiet because I don't know his authority. I can't tell when to speak up or listen. No tough love to smooth my rough edges. It's hard to believe because I don't have his faith. Can't tell if I should fight or give up. There's no one around to say, you're enough.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mauricio. Very powerful piece. Thank you.
Louis, do you want me to finish reading?
Well, Elena, we're moving on to the next reader. So if you don't mind, just leave your microphone on mute so we can give our readers an opportunity to finish presenting their work.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Elena. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mauricio Moreno, aka Soul on Fire.
Beautiful mouth.
Yeah. All right. Presenting next, I give you Miss Michelle Smith.
Oh, you know what? She can go first. It's fine. Let her go first. I'll go afterwards. It's fine.
No, you're
It's
up
fine.
next, Miss Michelle.
I'm not ready yet.
All right.
No, so let her go first and I'll go next, okay?
All right. In that case, we're going to move on to Abraham.
Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, our master teaching artist, my co-conspirator in all things Conchas y Café Zine, I give you Abraham Jaramillo.
Well, sorry, I didn't prepare as much like practice-wise, but here we go. This poem came to be after a lecture that we have, and I wanted to do this one for my mom, who's Alejandra, and it says experiences working with the elderly. And this one I put my mind in the mindset of my mom as a working with elderly. And here we go. On time, let's see what I can make them to eat, dine, and drink. Not just anything. Tired bodies. Bathing them is heavy work. On time, or pills and capsules. Fragile bodies sometimes surrender, but always grateful. Sometimes they don't remember my name. Deteriorated minds, door must remain always closed. Otherwise, they will get out. On time to see them one last goodbye. Not anything, not just bodies, people, mothers, brothers, friends, uncles. On time, let's see what I make to eat, wash and sweep. Not just any house, my home. The body rests while the TV presents a new telenovela. Thank you. And I have more, but I'll wait for the next round if that happens.
All right. Thank you, Abraham. Ladies and gentlemen, Abraham Jaramillo. A very welcome addition to the Conchas y Café family. I present to you all Ayan Ortega.
Thank you. Thank you all. I have the poem on my screen so I can present it.
All right.
But I wrote this one after our cares lesson and thinking about what is something that provides me with some worries and concerns as we learned in that lesson that the things that we care about sometimes are the things that provide us some anxiety. And so I wrote about oh, it's not going to show. Give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. So I wrote about my bunny, who I found last year. So this poem is titled How to Pet a Rabbit. Be careful not to break their thin bones. 16 vertebrae in the tail, longer than the cartoons make them out to be. It may wrap around your pinky finger as you hold them. You can count them if you run along each section and feel each ridge as it curves. But be careful not to pinch or twist their little bones. Fragile as they are, to pet a rabbit, you must wait for them to come to you. Do not force them or they will run off, pounding their hind feet to the ground as they retreat into the darkest corner. To pet a rabbit, do not squeeze too tight. They just might twist in revolt and break their own fragile little spine. Thank you.
Excellent. Excellent. Lots of applause there. Thank you, Ayan. And not to put Ayan on the spot, but Ayan is also actually organizing an event. Would you like to tell us a little bit more about the upcoming event?
Yes, totally. So by day, I work for a health and safety labor coalition. We're called the SoCal Kosh, and we're putting together an event for, I believe, 2 Saturdays from now, April 30th. At 10 a.m., we're going to have an event in Pico Union the 30th is in celebration of Workers' Memorial Day, which is on the 28th, but we're celebrating it on the Saturday. And so we're just taking the day to kind of commemorate and honor those workers who have passed in the last year due to workplace hazards and due to workplace health and safety hazards. And so we're going to be commemorating folks and memorializing folks with an altar. And we've also been working on a mural for the past few months. And so we really would love to have poets, creative people share their work. And I thought it would be really important to extend the invite to folks here in this space and folks who might be watching this video on YouTube because of this exact theme of caregiving, folks who provide the care for our world. The theme of the mural itself is that workers make the world go round, and that to protect workers means to protect our world, and to kind of point at the connections that we all have with one another. So I'll share the Facebook post in the chat, but I'll also share right now.
Luis, can I ask you something?
I'm sorry, Elena. Ayan was just speaking. If you don't mind, please wait for Ayan to finish.
I'm almost finished.
Okay.
Yeah. This here is the poster for the event. It'll be at this really amazing organization called IDEPSCA. They work with day laborers and domestic workers. Saturday, the April 30th, and I'll share the Facebook link in the chat. And if you're interested in joining and reading some of your work at the event, you can just feel free to email me, and I'll also drop that in the chat. I see there's Mauricio's interested, so thank you all.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that, Ayan. I figured, this is certainly, when you told me about it, this is certainly I think a group that would very much be down to be there and to share their work and speak on the concept of obviously caregiving, but also, supporting workers. So, yeah, thank you for sharing. Thank you, Ayan, ladies and gentlemen. Ayan Ortega. Another big round of applause there. And let me see, going back to our chat, looks like up next would be Gustavo Reyes Ramirez.
Hi, everybody. Thank you. And this is my really good friend Shanti, who's been here in the audience. So maybe one day he could be part of the group. Who knows? He's like, "Why are you volunteering me to something I've never even asked him yet?" But he's a great guy, and he's a really, really good friend. And so this is our friends here at the poetry reading of Conchas y Café. And okay, can you pull it up? Oh yeah, and I'm gonna turn the camera on, or
sounds good.
Yeah, I'll turn the camera off, I think, just because I've had bad luck when the camera's on. That's okay?
Perfectly fine, Gustavo.
Okay, just because we've had technical difficulties when the camera is on. So there we go. And
just let me
yeah,
know
they call me the light. Can you make it bigger?
Let's see, which one are we reading?
Oh, they call me the light. Okay, can you still make it slightly bigger? Oh wow, okay, cool. Okay, excuse me. This was inspired by Luz, our very own Luz. Yes, so Luz, what's your last name, Donis? Yeah, okay, great. Inspired by Luz, and here we go. They call me the light. Me llamo Pablo, but they call me Luz. Dementia. At first they called me Pablo. Next they called me son. Then they called me thief. Then a brother. Then a total stranger. Alzheimer's. Then they couldn't remember my name. Hospice. Then they forgot who I was entirely. I am nurse, but I call them all familia.
Excellent.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you, Gustavo. Getting some applause there.
Thank you, Gustavo.
Oh, thanks, everybody. And should I do the other one or later?
Let's continue through our list here, and then we can circle back. Sound good?
Oh, okay.
All
Nice.
right.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah. Thank you, Gustavo. Ladies and gentlemen, Gustavo Reyes Ramirez. All right. And to continue on, the one that has inspired a few poems in this particular issue of Conchas y Café, I present to you Miss Luz Lonis.
Thank you, Luis. Thank you, everybody. It was a pleasure to offer some insight as to what nursing care involves. This piece that I'm going to read for you is on page 67, Firefly. So I'm going to dedicate this piece para mi tía Estela, quien deleitaba en llamarme Luciérnaga. For my tía Estela, who delighted in calling me Firefly. Firefly, it's summertime. You can come out now. During dusk, from my darkness. Yes, I put you in that jar such a very long time ago. It was just for play, or maybe envy. I almost forgot you, Firefly. Thought you were dead. I've seen you twinkle and flash your coded signals. Why do you bother, my flashy friend? All you ever do is make me acutely aware of my discontent. No, it's not enough to just know you. It's so much easier to cancel you with bright, colorful pixels from small and big screens. Though, unlike them, you never shut off. Your lumens feed on knowing, emanating the warmth of understanding. How do you do that? Who do you think you are? Go on, light your tiny torch. Keep trying to awaken me. Guide me through a separate reality. Catch my eye, Firefly, with a twinkle and a wink when I'm restlessly sitting in the dark, quietly alone.
Excellent. All right. Got some whistles even there.
Thank you. My mom especially has to clap. Clap, Mom.
Hola, señora.
I had to put her on the spot. I couldn't resist.
Yeah, there you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Luz Donis, nurse and poet extraordinaire. All right, to bring us to the next reader, I present to you a great storyteller and longtime participant in Conchas y Café as well, Mr. David Fallon.
All right, so the one I'm going to read is on page 32, and this is called Listen to the Mockingbird is the title. There we go. Listen to the mockingbird. He sings a song of grief, of lands lost, of lost souls. The wail of a horn penetrating the air with sounds of madness. Then he is sweetness and light, a twitter that brings delight, that takes the fighting out of the fight, like sugar dancing on the tongue, as when spring has sprung and the cage birds sung and sung. Listen to the mockingbird. He knows the world better than we know ourselves. He preaches a knowledge long buried inside. He wants only to fill the void, to chase away longing and despair. He wants only to bring us closer to what we are meant to be.
Excellent. Thank you. Got a lot of applause there, David. Ladies and gentlemen, David Fallon. Also, David did share some really strong, sometimes even kind of, sad, a little bit of a tearjerker, short stories in the zine too. So when you get a chance, I'd highly recommend you check those out. Um, and let me see. I'm gonna circle back to Miss Michelle. Miss Michelle, are you ready to share?
Yes, I am. And could you
All
put them
right.
both on the screen, please?
Sure. Which one are we looking at?
I'll do dementia first, and grief second.
Okay.
There's time for second.
Here you go. Whenever you're ready, Miss Michelle.
Okay, thank you. And this is an acrostic poem, and I did a double. So the way I did it compared to how we saw on the screen, you give us a lesson versus how I did it is somewhat not out of order, but you can see that. You can see them. Dementia. Do I know how to care for you, my beloved? Eventually, I cannot bear that you won't know me. My God, did genetics play a role to play him or her? Encourage me to be love, light, and strength. For easy the embarking on this journey will not be. New ways to teach you. Will it last longer then? Tenacity of a terminal illness as we age. You and I, division not. Intelligence you never lacked. Your towels and plaques synapsed. The memories, place, time, and stimuli. Alone I am not. Family, support groups. 1-800 for the owls is just a phone call away. Dementia, DEMENTICA, has 7 stages and is not a melodrama or telenovela. Dementia.
Excellent. Thank you, Miss Michelle. Get some claps there in the crowd.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And I think wanted to circle back also to Mojde. Mojde, are you ready to read?
I wanted to read the one which to Mr. Charles Ramsey. Is this possible?
Sure. Pull that one up for you right now. Whenever you're ready, Mojde.
To Mr. Charles Borsky, the Bluebird. Your bluebird is invited to my heart, a place to laughter and to weep. Your bluebird is welcome to my thought, a place to sing and secret to keep. Shall the bluebird to be and to beat in any hearts? Let's go with him, places to drink and to weep. Shall he sing and fly to Europe and anywhere else? Let him not to be a secret to keep. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Mojde. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for also being one of our newest additions to the Conchas y Café family. It's great to have new and different voices joining us each time. And again, for anyone that is watching this after the fact on YouTube and is curious, the Conchas y Café bilingual community writing workshops are happening on a regular basis. We have issue number 3, which is going to be starting the new workshop series beginning on Tuesday, April 19th. It'll be virtual on Google Meet using Google Classroom as the way to get all of the handouts and watch lessons after the fact. And for anyone that is interested in joining that particular series, we have here this right here gives you a quick little breakdown of the dates. Again, starts on Tuesday, April 19th, and will go on through to June 28th. This will happen every Tuesday evening from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. There is an in-person option, basically meaning that you can get technical assistance by appointment. You just have to register in advance. And to register for the class, you go to Google Classroom. You can either download the app or you can do it on the website classroom.google.com. And you register using the code ZTPWKPE. This is free. And anyone that participates also has the opportunity to have their work featured in the next zine for the, basically tail end of volume 7, which is our 7th year of publishing Conchas y Café Zines. Congratulations to all of you who have been joining us since day one. There's still some of you in the crowd there. For those of you that have been joining us since year 2, year 3, congratulations as well. We've made it a long way. And before we open it up to the second round of readings, since we do have a little bit of time, I also want to encourage everyone to consider submitting not only to our other Conchas y Café Zines, but you can also participate in another workshop that we have coming up called Queer Coded. Hopefully you're able to see this on your screen. Queer Coded is the second installment of our Community Bridges series. This particular workshop is happening on Thursday, April 28th from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. And this one is actually happening in, I think it's Barnes & Noble in Montrose. You do have to register in advance. This one is in person. We are going to have a virtual option for people that want to watch the recording afterwards, and still get the information. But you would need to register if you are going to participate in person. You'll be registering on Eventbrite using DSTL_ARTS.eventbrite.com. This one is free. There is no fee associated with this particular workshop series. And if you say, aren't able to attend, or you are already set to share work with us, we do have our workshops, that are specifically surrounding the whole Community Bridges series, building towards creating a new anthology called Community Bridges, A Reflection on Civil Rights. There is right now currently an open call for submissions. You can see all of the submission guidelines on our website at distillarts.org/creative impact. And this particular anthology is really focused on, giving people an opportunity to reflect on the civil rights era and its impact that it's had on our society today, both in art, culture, and more. We are accepting poetry, photography, all forms of visual art, as well as short stories and creative nonfiction. Again, check out the submission guidelines. Just go to our website, distillarts.org/creative impact. And the deadline for submitting to this particular anthology is August 31st. And I believe I saw a question or a hand raised from Tina. Was there a question there?
Yes, I think you said Montrose, but it's Montclair.
Montclair, yeah. Thank you. That's what I meant.
That's all.
Yeah. Either way, if you do want to attend the Queer Coded workshop that's coming up, you do have to register in advance using Eventbrite. So DSTLARTS.eventbrite.com. All right. So that's all of the other additional things that I wanted to share, which does lead us to our second round. So we got like about 15 minutes to go, 20 minutes to go. And I see here we've already got some names dropped in the chat. Let me see, make sure that Miss Lois, did you just raise your hand?
Ready?
You ready? All right. I did promise you at the very beginning you'd have a first crack at it. So, Miss
I'll make
Lois,
it short.
take it
I'll make it
away.
quick. It's called Left My Side. I miss you, my dear care provider. You are very kind. I miss your tender way of helping. I never felt neglected. I miss you because of the times of your encouragement. I miss your wonderful attitude and sweet hellos. I miss you just not being here to give care to me. Your way of caregiving, I truly do miss. Your way, the way you brought light into my darkness. Your way, how you helped me to continue to look past my pain. Your way, that to me, a way of new life to breathe. Your way, I regret, is not no longer by my side. Remembering the joyful times you made me feel better. Remembering the way you helped me to dress so I look my best. Remembering the times you wiped away my many tears. Remembering the many ways you provided extra care. Remembering the kindness of your care, I do really miss. Blessed caregiver, which gave service from the heart. Blessed caregiver, giving medical attending from the start. Blessed caregiver, gave me much care as well as hope. Blessed caregiver, oil me down as to hide my ash. Blessed caregiver, from this life has blessedly passed.
Excellent.
I rushed that one. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Miss Lois.
Thank you.
For those that are interested and curious, Miss Lois has a lot of her poetry in several issues of Conchas y Café Zine. So feel free to check those out, through either our website, picking up a copy, or those of you that participate, checking it out in your personal copy or the PDF. So, yeah. Thank you, Miss Lois. All right. Up next for the second round, we've got Gustavo.
Okay, hi everybody again, and thank you. I don't know what page it's on, but it's let's see.
Which one are we looking for?
Oh, the Bluebird.
The Bluebird?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember exactly what it's called. What color is your bluebird? Yeah, there you go. Yes.
All right. There you go. Whenever you're ready, my friend.
Okay. What color is your bluebird? Everybody has a bluebird in their heart. Yes, a bluebird, a la Charles Bukowski. Everyone has a bluebird inside, trying to get out. Tina's bluebird is a cackling crow, black as midnight. David's bluebird wears a tux. It's a penguin, a symbol of survival. Harper has a mockingbird, all the shades of gray. Maya's bird was caged and dreamed of being free one day. Luce's bluebird lights up the sky. Jerry has two phoenixes, from the ashes they fly. Luis has a paloma, the symbol of peace. Pigeons can also fight till death. Miss Walker's bluebird is the color purple and takes away your breath. Me, I have a unicorn that flies like Pegasus. My bluebird comes with pixie dust and flies in rainbow. Thanks.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you, Gustavo. Getting lots of applause there.
Thanks.
All right. And up next, we will have Miss Michelle reading Grief. We'll go with that one.
I dedicated it to my mother, who's Evan, and Miss Barbara Smith, and then she shed a lot of roles. The best role in loving mother and beautiful human being. Grief. Feelings deep enough to swim in. I'm sinking from the cries, spinning in a hole I cannot crawl out of. The suffocation traps me, and the truth that you are gone cannot be denied. I am loving you, I am trapped, I am consumed, I am powerless, I am missing you. Grief is a thief. In heaven you are free. On earth my heart is broken, and if all the pieces could form a ladder and lead to you, I wish they could. I wait and would float to the ancestral flight. There is comfort in knowing you are in best company of our family, queen, mom, and matriarch, shining stars and celebrities, writers, actors, politicians, and more. I wish they could. I wait and would. I want and should. It's not my time. To be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. A red heart-shaped I love you further bloom from you through God, messing me so. Grief prepared me to know you're being welcomed into God's angels' arms and wings. It ebbs and flows in waves, in seasons, nights and days. It is true. Is it true that time heals all wounds? Collectively and separately, we will all grieve.
Excellent. Thank you, Miss Michelle. And to honor your beloved mother,
Thank you.
we present her here.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Miss Michelle. Appreciate
welcome.
you sharing that. All right. We've got Miss Luz Lonis for round 2.
Okay, I think I'm going to read Hands. I believe on page 67.
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
Hands. 1. Small, held tightly by all to cross the street. Held a pencil right to write, L-U-Z. Saved my face when I fell. Picked a scab till it bled. Resin stained, clutching a favorite tree branch. Where are you from? What will you do? Youthful and anxious, leafing through books, seeking a vocation. In training, dry and cracked, donning latex, powdered itchy gloves. Filling paper, medicine cups, powerful pills, liquid concoctions. Skinny needles piercing skin, threading red rubber catheters. Sopping up secretions, dressing up wounds neatly. Wiping and tagging newly arrived, wiping and tagging newly departed. Where are you from? What will you do? Experienced, giving back, reaching community, schools, supporting small hands, cold, tired hands on carpal tunnel wrists, managing care, distant, untouched care. Where are you from? What else will you do? Wrinkled, writing prose, resting, folded, seeking seeking enlightenment.
Excellent. All right. Thank you, Miss Luz.
Thank you.
Yeah. And moving on, round 2, Ayan Ortega.
Okay, I'm more nervous this time. I'm not sure why. But here, I'll share my screen again.
Sure.
So this one was inspired by Luz too, when Luz shared her story with us very generously. I took just a few lines of what she said during that meeting and kind of spun it for myself. So this is the life-sustaining process. Becoming a nurse is a process, and if I don't mind saying, I was brainwashed to smile through the fatigue. In my body, as much as my heart, it was only part of the training, though it seems the immune system itself requires no such training. T-cell makes their rounds, they diligent. Its receptor locates the cells with virus hiding inside. Cytotoxic T-cell receptor alerts its T-cell, releasing the solve, killing the cells. They, without question, get to work. Metabolic break time, the life-sustaining chemical reaction in organisms. I'm not allowed much time for this, the life-sustaining process. Food into energy for strength, growth, and breath in me of me and from me. As my 5-year-old nephew plays piano, does he know he is sustaining me too? Motion to percussion, percussion into perception, perception to emotion, a tear, in, of, and from me. The metabolic transfer is a process, if I don't mind saying. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Ayan. For more Miss Luce inspired poetry, obviously pick up a copy of Caring for the World.
You're embarrassing me, Luis. Thank you, Ayan.
There's actually a lot in there, so I think it's a great compliment. And thank you, Miss Luce, and thank you, Ayan, for sharing your Luce inspired poem. And up next, Abraham Jaramillo, round 2.
What is the man my mother fell in love with? What is the voice I never heard in a lullaby? What is the shield to protect me from the storms? What is the giant in the eyes of a child? Time goes by and no sign. What is it? One to confiscate my phone. What is the impatient mechanic who I should be handing tools to? What is the over-expressive coach? What is the man kicked out of the game? Time goes by and no sign. What is a late-night driver picking me up from work? What is the one to yell, if you live under my roof? What is the tear-eyed grown man who can't stop me from moving out? What is the man telling me the stories about his old man? Time goes by and no sign of change. The title for this piece is Police Brutality. Thank you, guys.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Abraham. Very much appreciate that piece. All right. And I think, let me see, looking at our chat, I believe we have Mojde up next for round 2.
Restless souls, in salute to Ukrainians. For millions in this world is ending right now. When the winter snow is cuddling and kissing naked trees. Trees are pouring down kisses on the unrestful bodies. Bodies of the brave which are peeling up to the shaky, smoky sky. The sky scoot to grip and grasp the restless souls. Souls are uprising and twinkling the lonely sky. Sky without no stars in flickering lives and echoing songs. Thank you.
Excellent. Yes. Thank you, Mojde. Excellent. It's a lovely poem, and absolutely, in salute to all the brave men and women, individuals fighting for their freedom in Ukraine. And let me see, I think we can go with Gustavo. Looks like you want to do a round 3. We can accommodate that this time.
Thanks. And it's up to you if I should do this or not, because it's not in the zine and it's about caring for the world, but it's not in the zine. So you all haven't seen it yet or critiqued it. So I don't know if I should do it or not.
Yeah, no, please go ahead. If
Go
you're
for
ready
it?
to share.
Okay,
go
great.
for it.
There you go. Thanks, everybody. And I'm going to pull it up. Here we go. So I have to admit I'm nervous because y'all haven't. So all good. I heard nervousness is good. It keeps us on our toes. It's called Chosen. We believe in the Great Spirit. We believe in Kingdom Come. We must heed the message so that thy will be done. We have a sacred choice. Before us, a decision. Do we choose apocalypse? Is paradise our vision? Will we choose the slothful way or live on a plane that's higher? Shall we live in evil ways? Let's join with our Messiah. Choosing blessing or decide curse, motivate the universe. Whether we're rich or poor, no change in pocket or a golden purse. The time is now. Erase the reservations. We shall have peace today, all throughout the nations. If we nurture Mother Earth, take care of each other, the lessons of our ancestors, honor our sisters and our brothers. Do it before it's too late to start. Mighty waters God shall part. Si se puede, yes we can. We're stronger than Superman. We use the force to defeat Darth Vader, inspired lovers out of haters. It's possible to harness the force, place the planet on a different course. We can lift 1,000 tons, for we are the chosen ones. Clean up Mother Earth, don't treat her like a sewer, for we are chosen for the job. Of Earth we are the stewards. We overcome the kryptonite, where there was darkness, now it's bright. Of the whole wide world we'll be the champs. We bring the brightness of the lamp. We have seeds in nature, oasis of the Sonora. Mecca unites with Israel, we hold up the menorah. My heart beats fast as my blood boils. We are anointed precious oils, for we've witnessed Armageddon. We have seen world war. It's time, co-create paradise. Heaven's what we have in store. Once again, a great rainbow appears, so dry your eye and wipe the tears. As humble as the shy Clark Kent, we bring you newest testament. Its promise is the key to peace. Our universe has a new lease, but it's up to us to do our job. We must all do our part. Live our lives in the way of peace, live as a work of art. Finally come together, the world creates a masterpiece. I am chosen to join with you. With you, we achieve world peace. Thanks.
Excellent. Thank you, Gustavo.
Thanks.
Getting some applause there in the crowd. I see. You're probably not able to see them in the view right now, but I see them there, getting lots of love. Thank you for sharing, Gustavo.
That was great.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
Very
you.
good. Very good.
The rhyming and the message itself.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to join back to you guys.
Yeah, welcome back. All right, I think we're gonna close out with our final two readers. We'll go with Miss Tina Fallon.
What happened?
Can you do page 70 for night shift, please?
Night Shift.
And yet another poem inspired by Miss Luce.
All right.
She's hiding.
That's what you get for being awesome, Luz.
Okay, I'll do what you said.
Okay, I'm turning bright red and I feel really hot.
This one's called Night Shift. I find myself looking at the sky, looking for something, a sort of sign, to show me what kind of night I might expect. If it rains, there's likely to be a chance of car accidents, which means broken bones, a laceration or two, shatters of all sorts, and death for sure, is sure to show up. But on nights when the moon is full, the spirits are loose and things happen. The drinkers, the overdosers, seem to pick that night to do some damage. But on the best nights, hope smiles and lots of babies appear, sometimes with their mothers and sometimes without. Our hearts soon become so filled with joy and love. And our bad memories are wiped clean because with birth, a new day is born. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Tina Fallon. Thank you. All right. And to wrap up our reading for today, I present to you David Fallon. Round two.
Comes on page 78. It's harder to go on. When your mother dies, a piece of you is gone. When your mother dies, you can't listen to your favorite songs. When your mother dies, it's harder to go on. I wrote a book for you and it helped me fly. I wrote a book for you and it Let me let you lie. I wrote a book for you, but I still ask why. The days are shorter, sunsets less sweet. The days are shorter, making me want to retreat. The days are shorter, feeling less complete. Time for moving on, time for singing new songs, time for writing wrongs. No time for losing more time, time to move on.
Excellent. All right. Thank you, David. And just to sort of reiterate what Mojdeh just posted in the chat, thank you everyone for all the great poems and for all of the hard work that it took to make them happen. I very much appreciate you all sharing your poetry with me and with Abraham, and obviously for sharing it with the rest of our community. As I said before, today's collection of poetry is part of Caring for the World, the latest issue of Conchas y Café Zine, which is volume 7, issue number 2. It will be made available to the public beginning next weekend at the Festival of Books, the LA Times Festival of Books. That's happening on Saturday and Sunday, April 23rd and 24th. You can find us at booth number 212 at the Festival of Books at USC, for those of you that are in LA. And for anyone that is, maybe watching this later on YouTube, you can always purchase a copy on our website, which is DSTLARTS.org. And I do look forward to having most of you join us, if not all of you join us, along with some new folks in the next series of Conchas y Café workshops, which start on Tuesday, this upcoming Tuesday, April 19th at 6:30 p.m. Don't forget to register using the codes that I provided before on Google Classroom. Yeah, thank you, Abraham, there for posting the link to our website in the chat. Definitely make sure you visit our website for all info related to Distill Arts. Is there a question there, Miss Lois? See, you raised your hand.
Yes. At USC, what time again in the day?
Yeah, it'll be all day, pretty much Saturday and Sunday.
This coming Saturday and Sunday?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
A week from today.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to party all day.
Yeah, make sure to bring some water, and some good walking shoes. It is a big event, and it's nice to finally have it again in person. We'll have all past issues of Conchas y Café Zine, as well as past issues of Art Block Zine, Artistic Zine, which are our other zines that we produce, as well as multiple copies of the different, community-generated anthologies of poetry, photography, and art that we've created over the past 7 years now. And also work by the mentees in our mentorship program, the Poet Artist Development Program. So lots of things happening, lots of cool people to meet if you haven't met them already. And yeah, that's pretty much it for my announcements. So yeah, thank you again, everyone. Thank you for joining us today in celebration of the latest issue of Conchas y Café Zine. I wish you all a great rest of your day and good weekend. And definitely make sure to enjoy National Poetry Month in one way or another. Take care, everyone. Have a good day.
Thank
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
you, everyone.